everybody out there on the internet? It's me, Mark the Big Mac, here back again with another episode of NRN Tonight, and I'm joined tonight by the SteelDonutCollective.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we introduce ourselves a little bit?
Of course, go straight ahead.
Okay, I'm Bob. Hi, I'm Bob. I'm the leader of the Steel Donut Collective.
Shut up, Bob.
Hi, I'm Blake. I'm the real leader of the Steel Donut Collective.
Yeah. Connor?
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm the shadow leader.
Ooh.
Steel Donut.
Ooh.
And I'm me.
He's the leader of the Euro brand.
Yeah, the Euro brand.
Yeah.
Well,
name
one
is
nobody
Yella.
cares
Good
about.
day.
Okay.
We have a YouTube channel, and we did a collab with Mark. And
Yeah.
if you like that, you should.
And we should probably say what we
if you
do.
like this, you should.
So we make fun of fan
Whatever.
fiction. We make fun of other bad writing. We also do a podcast of our own, and we're here podcasting today with Mark.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Mark.
Which, by the way, you might consider.
We read a
Oh, yeah,
creepypasta
yeah.
You remember
over there,
those
and
Mac
Mark
Tonight
was there.
commercials, Mark? You might consider doing that for like your intro.
Oh,
my
what
God.
happened
It's
now?
Mark Tonight.
Oh, God.
Not cheesy. Not at all cheesy to do that.
Of course not. Definitely. No. Why would it be?
Oh, boy. So,
Yeah.
how you guys been?
Not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, we recorded something earlier, and that nearly killed me. But
I mean,
I mean,
Besides
that's just par for the course by now.
yeah, that's par for the. I mean, that's weekends for me these days.
Just another day at the office, really.
Yeah. I don't see these guys
Near-death
as friends.
experience.
They're coworkers. They're coworkers at best.
Yeah, like we're
mean,
his
we're all-
coworkers. We're Connor's fans.
You know, sometimes people say we're all family here. I like to say we're all just co-workers in here.
We're all family. We're family here, but it's like family at Thanksgiving. Like
Yeah, we sort
you're
of
not that
tolerate
happy
each other
about
at
it.
best.
Yeah, you're not happy about it.
I say
we're
that as
family.
if I know a thing true about Thanksgiving. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
What
just
is
tolerating
that?
each other around the
I'm
table, just
European,
hoping to
that's my gimmick.
get the gravy train.
That's your gimmick.
My gimmick is now suddenly that I'm European.
Well, it's
Your
you.
place of birth is your gimmick.
It's you Europeans who came over and killed all the Native Americans.
How dare you, you
It was
fucking
the-
slime.
It was totally the
Yeah.
Dutch who did that.
yeah, exclusively.
Well, I mean,
and that's somehow
we have
that's
some
somehow
dark
Yellowstone.
history. but
They
yes,
stomped
it's
them all with their
it's all
wooden
on me.
shoes.
It's okay, we forgive you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the Dutch came over and stomped everyone with their wooden shoes.
Yeah, and they're windmills.
I mean, I'm where. Yeah, I would just grab a windmill. It's a great weapon.
Yeah, they have little miniature handheld models.
What are you
Oh.
talking about, little miniature? Come on, guy. Just pick up a full-sized windmill. It's a great bludgeoning.
I
weapon.
mean,
I'm not strong
Well-
enough for that.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're not Dutch.
Yeah, I'm an American.
Get on my
I
level.
have to grab
They
my.
cut these.
I have to grab my
fucking-
my McDonald's and my my Deagle.
Yeah.
They fucking
McDonald's on one
Europeans
end
and they're
Deagle
not
on the other.
damn windmills.
Yeah.
Uh,
I saw.
Sometimes.
I can't remember. Oh gosh, where did I see this? Now I really wish I could remember because I saw a post. I think it was in a YouTube comment talking about like windmills and like wind farms, and they were asking why we have wind farms to make wind. Like they thought the
What?
things were fans that were supposed to create wind, so that somewhere else they could harvest it for energy.
Oh yeah.
What
well,
our
the
first
fuck?
step towards weather manipulation. It'll be
Right.
great.
Yeah, how can
the
just
science
giant
is
fans that
the
push
future?
the air.
how can
The future is today.
well, the question is, how can wind be real if our fans aren't real?
Dun-na.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Did you just diss yourself?
Yeah, we have
Are
fake
you-
fans.
Oh, are you dissing all our? Wow.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
all our
talking
fans
about
are
the,
fake
the,
fans.
the device.
Sure you
Oh.
The Meister. I will become the Meister of this device.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there, reference to something we did. Not connected to
Something we did on our channel.
Just reference
that
it
no
on
one
the
else will
wall.
That's how great I
understand.
am at podcasting.
Yep. That's why we love you.
So, Mark, what did you?
Aw,
What,
thanks,
did you
Yella. I
have
love me
anything you
too.
wanted to? Mark, did you have anything you wanted us to talk about
Well,
other than ourselves?
We're good at that, clearly.
Yeah, we're great at that. Yeah.
I mean, I could talk about myself for hours.
I could talk about yellow for hours.
Me too.
I'm a very interesting subject.
Yeah.
And sit there rubbing your nipples, just talking about, oh yes, my
Have
coworkers.
you seen his nipples? They're great. They're amazing. I'd rub them too.
Damn it, you fucking Europeans and your nipples.
Perfect nipples.
Comparable to the peaks of the Grand Teton mountain range.
I would. I mean, they're wonderful. I can't describe them in any more detail.
You see, that's a joke
without
because...
being indiscreet. But let's just say his. I mean, the carpet matches the drapes.
Well,
And
yeah.
I'm talking not about his hair. I'm talking about his nipples and his dick. Yeah.
His nipples
They're
and
the
his
same
dick, like,
size,
if it were
is
in the
what I'm
same
saying.
actual like region, you know, it's just like he's got like a, instead of having a dick, he's just got like a big nipple there.
Yeah.
NRN Tonight is rated
boy.
G for G. If you're a kid, you probably shouldn't be watching this.
No,
Yeah.
it's rated K+. plus.
For kids shouldn't be listening to this plus some fucked up shit.
Exactly. Some really...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Red
fucked
G
up
for
shit.
get the fuck out.
Yeah. K for cool babies listen to this podcast.
For Cool Cat saves the
Cool
saves the
babies.
fucking.
All right.
Well,
So was there anything you wanted us to talk about?
well, okay. So seeing as we're both going in, you know, I'm, you know, just sort of getting into the narration business. You guys have been doing it for a while. I've been thinking about some of the more stereotypical and just cringy like stereotypes that come from fanfics and pastas that they all seem to be propagated so much, but every time you see them, you just like, really, these people have no imagination or creativity at all. Like the lost episode pastas, where it's just like, so the person was screaming for 6 hours straight, and I just sat there and watched because I don't have
watched.
anything better to do.
Right.
I couldn't look
You know-
away.
You know, it's
Honestly,
it's
yes.
yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, I think one of the more amazing things you can find, especially when you look maybe less at pastas, but more at like fan fiction, is sometimes you find things that are very creative, very new and refreshing for all the wrong reasons. Like, you will find...
That's exactly right.
You will find a typo that you've been like, wow, I've never seen a word spelled like that before.
Yeah, I've never
And you
seen
find
someone
them-
do that so incorrectly.
Yes, it's amazing. It is like an experience every time.
You know, that kind of well, here, let me say what I was going to say first. When you're looking at things that are like cliches, things that are really common in like, especially in like creepypasta, there's stuff like hyper-realistic blood, like the phrase hyper-realistic blood, or like it suddenly became, you know, the character jumped out of the screen at me. Like, these are things that like, they're so overdone, everybody knows about it. But like, the things that I think really bother me the most about bad creepypasta, and in a more general sense about just bad writing, is and I say it bothers me, but we made a whole comedy channel out of this sort of thing, so it's like, you know, it bothers me in on some level, is that people will write like a whole story leading up to the climax, and won't be like, they're obviously, they think they led up to the climax. And this is especially true in creepypastas, where they think they're being scary and dropping hints and ramping up the tension, and then at the very end there's a climax that's supposed to throw us off our feet.
Yeah, like,
but it does nothing. Like, it doesn't even come close because it's fucking terrible until then.
when I fell over,
We're
the
supposed-
last thing I saw was the deer before I blacked out.
Well, I mean, like
we're
yeah,
we're supposed to go and instead we're going
yeah, like
Eh?
yeah.
Yeah, just like
Eh?
the Urban Explorer like, pasta we read. You remember the Urban Explorer
yeah.
story?
And like that one, the one we read, there's this you know, he's an urban explorer, he's doing all this stuff, and then like he finds a skeleton, and I think that's supposed to be a scare line or like a scare moment, but it's not, because nothing before that was scary at all. Nothing kind of led to it. Nothing. I mean, like, if he had been, I don't know, stalked before he got there, like he kept looking over his shoulder and he kept seeing something out of the corner of his eye, I don't know if that would be good. It would really depend on how it was written, but like, that would at least have a chance of being
Yeah, and especially then if maybe whatever he, the skeleton or whatever he finds, turns out or is maybe, if it's not yet a skeleton, of course, very clearly is maybe somebody he knows.
Right, or maybe it's his own skeleton.
Ooh! Disembodied spirit, and then a skeleton popped out, and everybody screams.
Yeah, but then in that story, so he finds a skeleton, and then he keeps finding skeletons.
Yes!
And it's supposed to be building up, like, why does he keep finding skeletons? And then in the end of the story, we're just going to spoil the story, but in the end of the story, in his basement, there's a noose tied.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's like, what does that mean? What? Yeah, is that supposed to scare us? And like, he's like, it's not saying, he's not being forced to use it. Like, if someone's following you around and, like, able to tell where you're going to be long enough in advance that they can plant skeletons there, like, wherever you go, then obviously they have access to your house.
Well, Bob.
That would be child's play.
Bob, if I could...
But it's not even, like, established that that's what happened.
You see, the thing Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to transition to something else, so if you have something else to say about this.
No, I was just saying that, like, it's not even established that that's why they were there. It's just like, he finds skeletons, woohoo, and then he finds another one, it's like, oh boy, and then there's a noose in his base. Like, what the fuck does that mean? It didn't even...
he doesn't... I'm assuming there was supposed to be something to the effect of, like, I'm being followed, or maybe, like, I don't know.
There is this presence.
There's a dark presence, a dark force or something. But if it's something supernatural, he never suggested that it was supernatural, but if it's supernatural, then it's obvious that it can get into your home. It's supernatural. So there's no extra scare for having a noose in your basement.
Yeah, it just turns out
there's nothing scary there. If it is natural, then again, if the dude, like, he's obviously close enough at hand that he knows where you're headed.
Well, I mean...
Like, it's not like he planted the skeleton in every abandoned location, hoping you'd hit up all of them.
No, it's...
Like,
well, you don't know. Maybe there's tons of skeletons the dude hasn't found yet.
Maybe, but, like, that would be pretty stupid, too.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
exactly.
What you have to understand is that it's symbolism.
Okay.
Symbolism of fucking what? Did David Carradine live there before him?
The noose. Yeah, like the noose there means that he's being followed by Brian Johnson of AC/DC. Because they've rocked so many people, it just that skeletons. That's what it means. Like they've rocked them to death. Makes sense, right?
They rock their skin
and then at the end,
everything off.
There's a noose. What is one of the lines from Brian Johnson's biggest hit with AC/DC Back in Black? I'm let loose from the noose. So it was Brian Johnson the whole time, and like
Brian Johnson was in the noose.
He wanted to,
and he's gone now.
Yeah, he's let loose from the noose.
Oh, that's why he's surprised. He's not surprised at finding a noose. He's surprised at finding an empty noose.
He's surprised at not finding Brian Johnson down there.
Yeah, originally there was an ending that was cut so it could be a little more subtle, but he showed up and he was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna put a good chick on you there. I didn't know it."
Oh, that's what Brian Johnson sounds like.
It kind of. If I smoke 10 more packs of cigarettes, it's kind of what he sounds like.
Kind of, yeah.
He's got this really heavy accent.
I mean, that explains the story.
Now what I was going to bring
Everything makes sense now.
Exactly. Now, what I was going to bring up in regards to things that are like really widespread. Obviously, self-inserts are annoying. They're frustrating because a good story doesn't come of
giant Mary Sue
here's me
usually
being awesome in a show I like. Like, that's boring. It's a boring premise. So it's never going to turn out that great.
Here's me being awesome. Also, my backstory is sad as hell.
And it just tells you you that the writer's not creative enough to come up with a different character. They can only base characters on themselves.
Well, I was going to transition to something else since people talk about OCs a lot. What annoys me a lot more is when a person creates not a self-insert, but they have one character be an obvious mouthpiece for all their ideas.
Right. I think it's even more egregious when it's not an OC, because it's at least when it's an OC, there's the possibility that you'll keep the other characters in character, But like if I'm writing a Harry Potter story and I've got like Harry being like Harry is in the original books, and then Ron is just like me, like what? What the fuck happened to Ron?
And this is something that can happen in regular writing too, not just fan fiction.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
Looking at you, Terry Goodkind. Such an
Did
awful
I do that?
But it'll happen so much.
Terry Goodkind, chief writer for Family Matters, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But the fanfic that springs to my mind is one that we can't cover for the channel because it's too long and too uncomfortably cringy. Journey Through Puberty.
Yes.
Powerpuff Girls fanfiction.
We thought about doing it, but no, we decided not to. It's just too much for us.
Too long, way too uncomfortable. But just
how uncomfortable is it?
Well, it says that being a rapist is a normal stage of male puberty.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
I'm not.
Yeah,
no.
like, all guys go through a phase where,
No.
according to this author, all guys go through a phase where they think it's not just like they feel like having sex all the time. It's like they think it's okay to have sex even if other people, like the other people, don't consent. Like just textbook rape, and that's just a part of puberty for guys. And it's like what? No.
Yeah. Like the author, I don't know what she was thinking.
That's fucked up.
And like, why would you write a story about going through puberty? Most people don't even want to remember puberty.
Unless Puberty Jesus absorbed their puberty for them, but
unless Puberty Jesus took on their puberty for them. Praise be.
Digimon Ultimate Crossover Episode 1, Puberty Jesus tie. That's I'm doing like just footnotes so that way people know what we're talking about. But no, like in this story, just all sorts of, like I said, uncomfortable stuff. Like obviously that, like the one. It has the Rowdy Rough Boys in there and the Powerpuff Girls, and the Rowdy Rough Boy, one of them is like starts going all like creepy rapist, and they're like, hey, you can't get angry with them. It's just a normal stage of male puberty.
What
like,
the fuck?
I can get angry with him.
It is not.
That's just not good. No,
not normal.
Even if it was a normal stage,
it's bad.
It's still not.
But it's
what?
The fuck kind
like
of
being angry with someone is also a normal thing for human beings.
Mm-hmm. And there's other like just bizarre stuff in that in there too. The thing I was going to bring up as far as the mouthpiece goes is Bubbles is turned into like a mouthpiece for the author. She has so many, like she talks about her like really personal philosophy for life and how it was influenced by Korn. And all the other characters like, well, I'd never thought of it. You're really deep and really smart. Yeah. I never would have thought of that before.
Yeah, you kind of dropped out there for a second there.
Yeah, I can't tell, Blake, if you've done talking or just still cut out.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I stopped talking now.
It was... Yeah, it was... You dropped out there for the meat of your explanation.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I'm recording it, so everyone's going to have heard it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But all I would...
But yeah, it's insane, because the like...
But they're like, yeah, like, to sort of... finish what I was saying. Like they pat her on the back for her personal Korn influence philosophy. By the way, this philosophy also says that if you're good, you'll go to heaven, and if you're bad, you'll go to hell. Which isn't a philosophy, because a philosophy is like an approach to living life. If you're talking about heaven and hell existing, that's like cosmology.
Well, I mean that's like teleology.
But of course,
it's kind of both.
Epistemology.
But yeah, that's something that is indeed very common to just run into. Is just character is very clearly, especially if you, and this is especially annoying if you know the character and you know that is actually like that makes no sense for the character in the first place. Makes it even worse. At least I think so.
Yeah.
And they just. And it's very clear, especially because, like you said, Blake, is usually they then, all the other characters start patting her on, that character on the back, like, oh, you're so wise, you're so great, ooh, listen to these incredible words.
Yeah. Thanks for fixing all my problems.
Exactly.
Another person who's really, really guilty of that, and as far as, well, I guess you have to call it professional writing. Christopher Paolini.
Yeah.
The definition of professional is that it's something you do as a profession.
You do it for
get
money.
Paid for it.
Yeah.
So he definitely gets paid for it.
Yeah.
Some people use professional and I mean like high quality. Wouldn't call his writing that. But he'll do that all the time too, where like characters will be like, "Wow, what a great speech you gave! You're so good at speaking. It's like, you stop just jerking yourself off, Christopher Paolini. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. They look right into the camera and wink a little bit. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Little seductive smile.
Kind of close on the subject of that. And one thing that I didn't know that I think is a problem until I saw it happen is when something weird like that starts happening, or like someone starts, acting a strange way, and the other characters like call out their behavior or say, they're being smug, they're being a piece of shit, they're being a bad person, but then just roll with it anyways, or it's really not that big a deal.
Yeah, that's
when a character is behaving out of the norm, out of the norm, and it's pointed out, but nothing's done.
And they just kind of accept it as a character trait, like it's not a big deal.
So I mean,
you're acting really different today. I don't care.
Right, I can see that. I can see that working in some circumstances, depending on what.
It would depend more towards
it depends on
details.
very much on what the change is. Yeah, because like if someone's being smug, and they're not usually smug, then that could mean that they're. I mean, like the other characters might not have anything to do. Like, wow, you're being really smug today. What can I do? Am I supposed to hit you at this point? Like, no, you move on. But like, if they're doing something that like I've seen like what you're talking about, like where someone will say or do something hurtful to another character, and then the other characters go, "Hey, that's really rude. I wish you hadn't done that." And the other guy just moves on. Like, he doesn't apologize. He doesn't say anything. He just pretends like, and the plot just moves on, and you wonder why did the author put that in? Like,
yeah, why didn't the characters be like, no, don't try and change the subject. You should apologize or something like that.
Like, no, they just move on. Like, what service? What is what point is served by having the characters pointed out, but then nothing happened as a result?
Padding.
I don't know.
The author, it means this author's in this weird middle ground where they know that if they're changing one thing but not everything, then they probably should address that. But they're not thinking through what that actually means. They have a plot in mind, they have ideas in mind, and they're going to make it happen anyways.
Yeah. They don't seem to understand what addressing it means. Addressing it doesn't mean just have a character notice it. That's not enough.
Yeah, it means you have to get out a label, write the address on it, slap it on and ship it.
Yeah, make sure you get the fucking postage.
Insurance. Yeah. Pay for insurance. It's useful.
Yeah, that actually kind of inspires me for another issue. Well, a close by issue, basically, this leading up to that bigger issue of when an author has events happen but doesn't know what should happen because of that, like the repercussions. And I'm not talking about, like, sit back and let your characters do everything for you, because I know that, like, when people say they can do that, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't do that at all. Like, I can't just let my characters go and they act on my own because, to me, I've made them. I have to figure out what they do. But just like, I know what should happen based on human interactions, conversing with other people, how, they would respond.
Decision,
how other characters should
consequence.
respond. Yeah. So, it's really obvious when an author has a plot in mind and events are just going to happen and get it there without really making it sense getting there.
We kind of talked about that a little bit on the podcast we did about consequences on our channel.
Right.
But I don't think we came at it from exactly that angle. Because, yeah, like, we talked about when people know the plot events that they want to have happen but don't know how to get there, or where to go from there, or how to connect plot events. But we didn't really talk about, like, when people just write their thing in there and then they don't know what happens as a result and don't even try. And that's really strange to me, because I don't, like, I don't know, like, it strikes me as really weird that people have such a hard time figuring out, like,
It's kind of like writing set pieces, you know? Like, you can tell when you're playing a game, and it's just like, they thought up set pieces.
Right. This part is obviously a set piece. Yeah.
All of these levels are just not connected in any way, but they're all in a row for some reason.
I mean, what it comes down to is you just have people who aren't good at human interaction. And they're trying to write human interaction, and they just don't know what to do. They don't know how people would really respond,
and that
how they either each other or physical actions going on around them.
Yeah. And that sort of creates this issue which is something we run into a lot, and you might also run into a lot, Mark, if you really if you start pursuing this, maybe, is you get things that clearly are written in, that are written in a way that makes them come off as either like incredibly creepy or just incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
But supposedly are, meant to be like cute or really romantic interactions.
Like, what's that story?
Meanwhile, we're just screaming at the character to get the hell out of there because that's not good.
Like, here's a good
basically
example.
Every anime ever made.
Like, there's an example of that's really good. I think it was me, Connor, and Yella that read it. It was that Naruto one. You remember, guys?
Oh, was it the one?
We've done a couple.
The proposal?
Yeah, the proposal. Yeah, where this guy essentially holds down his girlfriend and it's just like, marry me, marry me, marry me. And she's like, no, please leave me alone. And then he kisses her and she's like, actually, yeah, let's get married.
The fuck?
Yeah.
And the person who wrote it, she's just like, yeah, I thought this would be romantic and cute. And everyone in the reviews is like, yeah, it's so sweet.
And
but like if you did that in real life,
a story that was an even bigger thing though regarding that was
the entirety of
the Ice Queen for you.
Yeah, that one. It's like the two main characters are like there's a girl and a guy, and the girl is supposed to be this quote unquote Ice Queen. So she's like. She's really cold and she's
aloof.
Cold to everybody, and then like the guy comes in and he just really creeps. I mean, he like pins her to the wall, and he's just like, "By the end of the week, you'll be in love with me." And she's
also
just like,
he literally says something. He actually says something along the lines of, "Go ahead and scream. Nobody can hear you."
Yeah, like it says creepy ass shit like that, and like by the end of it, they're like all cute and lovey-dovey. Except it's not cute. He's still really creepy. It
comes off as if he is just this huge emotional manipulator. But the way it is written and the way the author sort of tries to to show us this makes it clear that the author, like, she thinks that what she is writing here is incredibly cute and romantic.
Right.
It's like
it's not even. I was gonna use the term gaslighting, but it's not gaslighting. He doesn't do any gaslighting itself. He just manipulates her. Like, he just forces her to do things, and like, just is generally a creep, and. It's all and it's all written as though it's really cute instead of writing it as just like an incredibly weird, creepy thing to do.
Now you could write a story like that from a neutral point of view. Have any of you ever seen the movie or heard of the movie Swept Away?
Yeah,
Swept Away, or its full title, Swept Away by an Unusual Destiny in the Blue Sea of August, is a Italian film made in the 70s by feminist filmmaker Lena Wertmuller. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And in it, there's like this, there's like these group of people that go away on a voyage, on a boat.
A voyage.
Yeah.
A bond voyage.
Bon voyage. I'm using the French pronunciation. They go on a voyage.
Yeah.
And they,
anyway.
And there's this woman,
Fantastique.
And she's really, she's like super rich, and she's super nasty to this one deckhand who's like, blue collar worker. He scrubs the poop deck and all that. Well,
he said poop deck.
They go out on a boat, and they end up getting stuck, stranded, separated from the main boat, and they are swept away, and they end up on a deserted island. And once there, the deckhand starts to take control. He's like slapping her around, and
jeez,
he's like really, really nasty, and he makes her like be a slave and all this. Because he has a plan to have her go Stockholm Syndrome and fall in love. And there's this really disturbing scene where he's about to rape her, and he doesn't, because he says, I don't want to rape you, I want you to ask me for sex.
Wow.
And they end up falling in love. And they have
how does one fall in love with that?
It ends up being like all, just they're skipping on the beach, having a good time, loving one another. And then they get found and rescued, and they get separated and go back to their regular lives, and they want to be together, but they can't because they have to return to the status quo. Now, this is a very powerful film. It was had a lot of acclaim, but obviously very controversial.
Sure.
And some people said it was all political allegory. That one of them was standing in for that she was like a stand-in for capitalism. He was a stand-in for communism, and such like that. Which it kind of is. They mention politics pretty directly in the movie, but it's also just a story.
His name is John Capitalism.
Well, not quite. But the interesting thing about the movie is, unlike I'm the Ice Cream for You and all, it doesn't really present their falling in love as... It doesn't condone it, if that makes sense.
Right. It states it as part of the story.
It's a very...
It doesn't pretend to be a good result.
It's a thing that
basically
happens.
it is purely presenting you with the facts,
of the story,
this is happening right now.
And
that's fine.
Like when Lena Wertmuller made it, I don't know exactly what her intention is. I don't think she ever explained and outlined everything that goes on, but I think that she was doing something that is sort of different than American filmmaking, which, tends to be very moralized. Even in stories for adults, there's a good guy and a bad guy. But this is just a story. It's just, here's something that could conceivably happen. You could abuse someone like he does, and Stockholm Syndrome is a thing.
Right. And it's not saying, this is a cool thing, and it's also not saying, this is the worst thing. It's just stating this as, this is a
this is a thing
and
that can happen, has probably happened, will probably happen at some point, surely, with somebody.
And it worked.
The universe is huge.
And it's very interesting and complex because it raises a lot of questions. At the end of it, they end up seeming to genuinely like each other, but how much of it was colored by his abuse? Is it possible for them to have a legitimate relationship after all the things that happen?
Right.
Or will their relationship forever be something that is actually quite unhealthy?
Exactly. He is physically abusive mostly. I mean, obviously, his physical abuse has a mental toll, but she was verbally abusive before. How do these things equate? A lot of people, will say verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse, but this raises the question by showing you both, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And, I guess this is...
there it goes again.
And it's just, it's an interesting movie because of that. And it shows that you can tell a story where this happens and have it be good. But you can't... If you were to take this movie and try and color, what happened to make it seem all cutesy and good, then it would fail.
That's just messed up.
And Madonna made a remake of it. No joke. With Guy Ritchie. Where they kind of did that. They made it seem all cutesy, and the guy who played the ship hand was actually the son of the guy in the original movie.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But he's a lot prettier, and they try and do him as like a pretty boy thing. They have a lot of jokes and stuff, but they still do the beating thing. Like he still slaps her around and tries to rape her, so it doesn't work. It ends up being I'm the Ice Cream for You, the movie, because he's still just as much of a creep as he was in the original, but now they're kind of explicitly condoning what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an interesting parallel to watch both of these films, because the one is uncomfortable, but that it's not okay necessarily with what's going on. Whereas the remake definitely kind of is, and it's really awful.
Yeah.
Mark, we kind of just turned this into a discussion like we would have on the podcast. The podcast is a lot less... We do comedy on the regular channel, and then we do podcasts. It's kind of serious.
So we people know how smart we are.
Yeah, that way we can show off how really, really good at thinking we are.
We are quite educated people, yes.
I did that wrong. I means we're really well at thinking.
Yeah.
Close call. But yeah, Mark, I think we got kind of off track from your question, actually.
A little bit. I don't mind. It was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I was trying to tie it back in with I'm the Ice Cream sort of thing, but by just showing you can do a story where someone is a total creep and do it well.
Right.
Basically, to answer your question a bit more directly, because your question was, what is some of the more stuff you run into normally? Well, biggest thing, atrocious grammar. Very weird to just very obvious that how they came to be, but still kind of weird spelling mistakes. Really nonsensical plot lines, characters that make no sense. This is getting to a pretty comprehensible list, I'd say. That's like some of the biggest things you can you will most likely run into, especially in terms of fan fiction.
And just lots of awful characters. Like the Gentry.
The
Gentry are some of the worst fanfic characters of all time, and they're not even fanfic characters.
Right.
Those are official. Those are official characters. Oh boy.
Which just goes to show you that.
Let's not get into that again.
That you don't have to write fanfic to be a bad writer. Sometimes you can work for DC.
DC, yeah. If you that was DC. For anyone curious, if you just look up DC Comics Gentry, you should be able to find it. It's just the worst. DC Comics, they're horrible.
Fucking, I love DC. I love DC in general, but I mean, some of their stories are just so fucking bad. Like, have you guys ever heard of Amazon's Attack?
Vaguely.
I vaguely remember it. It's a story. Linkara covered it on one of his videos, but it went on forever and had like no point to it, and it was a piece of shit, and it got resolved in like 5 minutes at the end of it, and it just seemed like a story that made no sense at all and didn't need to be written other than the fact that they needed to sell something.
Sounds like a fanfic.
Yeah.
It basically was. It was a published fanfic, and it was extremely sad that it was actually written, not because of the content.
So Mark, are you then aware? So are you then in the know of the Gentry? Like
vaguely, I remember it. I remember like stories more than I do titles.
So the Gentry was they're a group of supervillains, and I'll just read. Well, there's 5 members of the Gentry, I think, right? There's 5.
There is 5 members and their leader.
Intellectron. The leader's name is Empty Hand. I didn't even know about him until fairly recently, but the 5 members are Intellectron, Dame Merciless, Demogorgon, Hell Machine, and Lord Broken. Lord Broken is probably the stupidest one.
This is a house.
He's literally a building.
He's literally a building.
He's just a house.
He's literally a big evil building.
He's a big evil tower with eyes in the windows.
Yeah, and then Hell Machine is like a big spooky
octopus.
Just like an octopus thing with a mouth. And then Demogorgon is a big pile of corpses.
Basically kind of like Legion from the Castlevania series, if that says anything to you.
Yeah, he's like a big pile of corpses, except he forms
stupid.
a face.
He forms a face.
Dame Merciless is a tall, thin, emaciated woman who is evil for some reason.
She's basically just a harpy with no wings.
Feed her. Please, somebody feed Dame Merciless.
And Intellectron he's got wings, and he's like an egg shape with an eye, and he's very evil.
Basically, he's a Digimon.
He looks like a fucking Digimon.
Oh,
and
my God.
Grant Morrison, I think he was the artist and the writer for it, or maybe he was just the writer. He said, and this is a quote from him, each member is, and I'm reading this off the wiki, a villain archetype taken to the limit. Intellectron is the mastermind taken to the limit. Dame Merciless is the femme fatale taken to the demonic limit. Demogorgon is the zombie horde taken to the limit, and so on with the rest of them. Lord Broken is the madhouse. Arkham Asylum taken to the limit.
Except Arkham Asylum doesn't walk around fighting people. Batman never had to fight.
Building.
Like, Batman never had to fight Arkham Asylum in the sense that Arkham Asylum didn't lift off of its foundations and come after him.
What the fuck?
And like, it's like so fucking dumb. Like,
it's terrible.
A big pile of corpses is supposed to represent the zombie horde taken to the limit, so they're less active than regular zombies.
They are less active because they're all just part of Legion. Like,
right. And then like Intellectron their names are so fucking dumb, and like Intellectron is a big egg who just walks around or flies around and goes like, "I'm evil."
And
like,
he also speaks in the most stupid of ways, and I'm thinking that's just purely because, evil scientists are always foreign, so they always have an accent. Ergo, I am an evil scientist, by the way. Hello.
Yes. I figured, yeah. But he always spells... for some reason, whenever Intellectron speaks, the word "you" is always "yu," and the letter, or the word "two," in any form, is always the number 2. And
that's how
it's like he's talking in text speak. It's like he's talking in, like, text lingo, and it's really weird that he's supposed to be this mastermind when he sounds like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's just... It's such hot garbage. Or garbage, as they say.
It sounds like it.
And it's a professionally made. The first issue was the Multiversity #1, and there he is. There's their fucking garbage.
God, you know what that reminds me of? Just thinking of like a hulking, like, just pile of corpses being a thing. That reminds me of the latest Godzilla movie.
Which the latest one, meaning the Japanese one, or the one that came out, the American one?
The Japanese one. I actually really like the American one, but the Japanese one, he looks like a fucking zombie.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Japanese one, but I really want to.
Like, it looks cool and everything, but I feel like it'd be cooler if it was an enemy and not actually just a reboot of Godzilla looking like some kind of, like, fucking Evil Dead thing.
Well, he's supposed to be evil. They're trying to, like, bring it back to, like, the original Godzilla, where he was, like, an evil force and a symbol for, like, nuclear weapons.
I get that, but it doesn't even look like Godzilla. It looks honestly more like that the plant monster Biollante than anything.
I don't know, I think he looks pretty cool. I remember seeing, like, the advance, or, like, the production photos and stuff. I thought he looked cool.
Of Shin Godzilla?
I'm seeing him now, yeah.
Godzilla Resurgence?
Yeah. I don't know. He looks alright.
Like,
I don't know.
I like the design, but I think I would like it better if it was a different monster altogether.
I think he looks too similar to original Godzilla for him to be another monster.
No.
I think he has to be. I think he has to be Godzilla.
I think they did a good job of making him look like terrifying. Like he looks. Yeah, just
yeah, because the original Godzilla design was good for its time, but like modern tastes are a little bit more like, I don't know. We're too used to things, so it's.
I don't know. I still think the original Gojira, like the very first scene of him,
scarier than the original design would.
I don't know.
At the same time, but like I think the 2014 Gareth Edwards Godzilla did a good job, kind of being halfway in between the original design and like more modern thing. And this one looks like it's going for more of the original design, but like updated the textures, kind of, if you know what I mean.
I still say the original Gojira, like the very first scene where he's destroying the city, is one of the most chilling scenes you'll ever see in any movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty, yeah.
Like it gave me goosebumps the first time I saw it, because it's not presented with any of the campiness and fun that would be the later ones, where he's obviously just destroying toys. It's like people are screaming and running away, and he's just destroying their homes.
Yeah.
And the music, like the score for it, is just haunting.
Yeah, my roommates went and saw. There was a showing of Godzilla Resurgence, the 2016 Godzilla, with the Japanese one, here in town, and I really should have gone, but I had a test to go to. Like, that sounded weird. It makes it sound like I would have rather gone to the movie than gone to the test. I'm glad I went for the test. I'm glad I went for the test, but it was playing in town, and I wish I could have gone and seen it.
The way I feel about this is just like, I like what they did with it. I really like the idea that this is like some kind of mutated like fish or something is what they went with, I guess, because he looks like a tadpole at first, and then he mutates over time and starts sprouting arms and everything each time you see him and stuff. And then at the end of it, like when they finally stop, and spoiler alert, but they use some like coagulant to like freeze him, and like his tail is starting to split into like small like human-sized like creatures that are crawling out of him. That's like asexual reproduction or something.
That sounds like really creepy.
Yeah, it is really creepy. It's almost like they tried to turn Godzilla into a horror movie like it was originally, but they went in like a totally different direction into making him like some kind of giant necrotic monster that's like.
See, I can see how you might say that they should have maybe made that a different monster.
I don't know. I think it's
with that detail, just because it's like a completely different mechanic to how Godzilla is usually,
and then the fire breath or like the atomic breath looks like a laser pointer.
Really?
It's like real thin, and his mouth's open, like gaping wide, and there's just like this thin point of like beam coming out, and it looks like something you'd see on Power Rangers.
Huh. That's interesting.
It just feel like a thin, high power laser. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
And it comes out of his tail as well.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So I have a picture of it right here. I can copy this and paste into the chat.
You should. I'm looking at the Wikia page for Godzilla, for Shin Godzilla. The European theatrical release is February 24th, 2017. So it's in theaters while we're recording this. You should definitely go see it.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Boy. Oh my.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, and it's got the tail too.
Yeah, I don't think that looks bad.
And then also
I don't think it looks bad.
Splits open like a praying mantis or whatever, like mandibles when he's out the fire.
It looks like super creepy because how big it is. Just like it's like a snake.
If you see it from the side, it actually.
That's not the only noise I can think of when I see this is just.
I don't hear any sound. I just think of like a snake when you see it like open its mouth really wide.
And then
I just think of like.
The end of the movie, here's what happens. Check this out. End of the movie, his tail starts sprouting open like a bean sprout or whatever, and like little things are crawling out of it.
Oh.
That's sort of, why? Oh my God! Look at that spine thing, like in the bottom left. That's
Jesus.
Ooh.
That is creepy.
It reminds me of the cyborgs from Genocyber.
Wow, that is really kind of upsetting.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, that's.
I actually kind of like it.
Awesome. I like it. I like it in the sense that it's like in the same way that I like a really well designed monster. That's really cool.
Yeah, I like it and everything, but it's almost like I grew up with Godzilla and everything, so I'm kind of biased to begin with. But also, like, he's a character in himself. So if you're rebooting a character and taking it that far away from it, that's basically like making Superman a human or something.
I don't know. I mean,
I can sort of see that. Yeah.
I think it's fine to have it still be Godzilla. It's just different.
Have you seen his hips in this one though?
I have.
I mean,
his hips are kicking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they rebooted Ninja Turtles, where they just changed. Lots of things.
Damn, like Godzilla thick in this one.
Oh shit!
He got thick. A booty that don't quit.
Like those hips are not lying.
Wait until you see this one, guys.
Those are the most truthful hips in the universe. Yeah. Holy crap!
You want to see something that's
gonna honest hips?
Yeah. You want to see something that's gonna ruin this for you? This is his first or second form.
Second.
What? What?
Hello.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, a lot of people thought the googly eyes were silly. I think they are silly too.
Hello. How are you?
What the heck?
I cannot close my eyes.
The one after that.
I have to look up more pictures of this.
I mean, it's retarded. I mean, it looks fine. This picture looks fine until you see the eye. When you see that eye, it kills it.
Oh my God.
It's like noticing Adrian Brody's nose. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it.
Yo, what the heck is with that? Why did they do that?
It's like he's drugged up on caffeine or something.
It's like he's on like LSD having a bad trip and he's just walking around like, holy fuck, everything's fucking green.
I haven't slept in 4 days.
And then the one after that is exactly the same, except he's real long and has fucking. He's real long and has a fucking like brontosaurus neck and tiny little T-Rex arms, and it looks like he's covered in tomato paste.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Look at the one I just said. It's the same picture that you showed, but it's added one thing.
That's perfect.
That is so accurate. I love it.
Oh, I'm looking at like some of the models of it, and it looks. I mean, At that point, he doesn't even look anything.
I mean,
like
when he's looking at the
Godzilla.
camera, it looks a lot worse. And you see him from the side, it kind of has this like demented vibe.
It
that
kind
they're
of
going
works.
for.
Yeah, it looks
it
fantastic
kinda
when you
works.
see it from like this angle I just sent out there.
Yeah, and like
It works, but only from certain camera angles.
It's like if
Maybe it looks
Godzilla was in
dark.
Silent Hill,
I mean, maybe it would look better in motion.
yeah.
except his arms do not move.
I mean,
They're
like, look at the
constantly in
the
that
model.
pose.
The model that I just sent, the picture that I just sent, is like a picture of like one of the toys, I think.
Yeah.
And that looks kind of cool. Like that does look. Like the eyes don't look too stupid. But I think it's because I know it's a model. Like in the 3D render of it, it's like the eyes are like significantly shinier than the rest of it,
Yeah.
and significantly whiter. If they were yellower, I'd be like, it'd be less.
Yeah, maybe if they were like
goofy
snake
looking.
eyes, they wouldn't be so silly.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now they really just look like some of those like stick-on eyes that you could find like in a hobby
Yeah,
shop,
googly
like
eyes.
for your little googly eyes for your homemade doll,
Yeah.
and not like the eyes of a fearsome monster that's going to destroy your country with a single puff of its mighty breath. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, they kind of screwed up.
just
there.
kind of looks silly.
Like, I mean, it looks to me like they tried to combine. Like, do you guys remember the monster Destroyer?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Remember Destroyer, cool guy, friend of mine.
Yeah, it basically just looked like a giant like hell bat thing with a horn on its
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Yeah,
Destroyer.
it kind of feels like they tried to combine the two, especially with how like it has this adaptation thing where it keeps changing forms and all.
Yeah, and Destroyer was pretty thick too.
Yeah,
Yeah. He had that booty butt cheek.
Yeah.
Just that
Yeah.
one cheek. The other cheek was
That
lacking.
the single cheek.
then he's got like a weird fucking dildo at the end of his tail that's just
The
kind of like
single
a
cheek. It sounds like a noir film. The single cheeks.
The single cheek.
The single cheek. You know, it's like something we have come across in
Well, we've
in
seen
stories.
This, we've seen
The
the
single
breast.
boob.
We've seen
The single breast.
The one
yeah.
breast.
The one boob.
Yeah.
You know, and speaking.
Another example of things you might run into when.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Let's hope not, but yeah, you might.
When it would make sense for you to describe two breasts, and instead you just describe one.
Well, maybe they were trying to be inclusive of, like, you know, women who had breast cancer and had to have a mastectomy.
Yeah, but
A
why would
vasectomy?
you then be?
Yeah, a mastectomy.
Oh, I thought you said vasectomy. I'm like,
No.
what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, a vasectomy would also be very. I mean, that'd be very difficult for a woman. You know, like that would be hard on a lady.
Yeah, that's what I was on about.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be hard on a lady. Wink. Wink.
I don't know.
Nudge.
Wink.
Nudge. Huh? Innuendo. Doesn't really work.
Slap, slap, punch, punch.
My cat is gonna, like, knock my microphone
Yeah.
off my desk. Go away, cat. Not right now.
One thing I can get behind with this, though.
That feline fiend.
She is a feline fiend. Almost jumping all over me while I'm trying to record. Anyway, you know, speaking real quick of fan fictions that were published, let's not forget that 50 Shades Darker coming out.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, get anti-hype.
Oh boy.
I kind of have like the
Jesus.
first one on DVD.
I saw the. Oh my god! It's like no.
Would anyone like to be further disturbed while we just before we move on about Godzilla?
Sure.
Here's one
Yeah,
of
sure.
This is Godzilla's. What form is that? It's called his Hellbat form.
Oh,
What?
what the fuck
Oh
is
my
that?
God. Oh, they're so cute.
He's made of swarming.
Fucking Muppets.
Like he's. Oh God.
He's made out of the fucking thing
He
from
is
Monster
he is
Rancher.
just a giant swarm of smaller monsters.
Yeah, like here's another picture where you can see him being literally assembled, which doesn't really make any sense. But
Where does okay? So everything but his skeleton is smaller animals.
It's it's like the NG and Faster Than Light. They're made up of nanomachines.
I also like nanomachines.
Nanomachines.
I like
son.
that his eyes get like different colors too. Like how did they do that?
Well, you see, those little bat things, they're kind of like chameleons. They can manipulate the color of their skin.
Well, there's two bats that have the special color, and that's their job.
Oh yeah, there's like a
It's like
there's like a
Rudolph, the red-nosed
sub-swarm
reindeer.
of bats.
They're special.
Basically, if he splits up, go for the different colored bats, because that's how you can take out his eyes.
What if more bats come in and take their place?
Well, you see, no, like I said, it's like
only those can be the eyes.
like I said, it's like Rudolph. Originally, those bats were made fun of for being like the only ones in a different color, and then when they found out how doofy their monster that they formed together looked without, eyes, they were like, "Hey, you guys have real use here."
Yeah.
You can be the eyes.
That is so fucking weird looking.
Yeah, it is. It's very weird.
I kind of like it.
I kind of wish they would have put that into a movie.
Just the idea that basically Godzilla is just the skeleton of Godzilla, and the rest of Godzilla is just bats.
Well, actually, did you guys see the it was after Godzilla 2000. It was the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, like the last one they did. They called it Kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was actually like the skeleton of the original Godzilla that died fighting Destroya was used as a base for creating a cyborg.
Yeah.
And then his soul actually would take over the programming and make it go haywire.
I mean, it's a plot that lines up with what we know about souls in science.
Yeah, totally.
It's a common known fact that the soul is kept within your skeleton.
And in fact can control computers.
That's why
computers.
And that's why Walt Disney wanted to be preserved below Cinderella's castle.
Whole time, the only reason he went nuts and started destroying all the buildings is because he was like an old man spirit inside of a computer. Just like, how the fuck do I get this thing to print?
Yeah, exactly. Someone help me set up my fucking printer.
Because somebody...
It's like Bob's mom.
The internet
but where is my
again.
email?
It's like Bob. Hey, Bob, it's like you and your mom.
Gmail? Yeah. No, I want email.
Oh, my...
Can you come set up my email for me? Like,
dude, I heard of a guy who
did it send?
I heard of somebody had to take. I forgot where I heard it, if it was in a video or something, but somebody had one of their computers, like they had to return it. And nothing was wrong with it. Or no, it wasn't that. It was somebody called tech support and was asking, how do I get my computer to print? And she walked him through everything, and nothing was working. The reason it wouldn't print is because he was rubbing his mouse along the paper, just waiting for something to happen. Just like saying, "Why isn't it printing?" Expecting like the ink to come out of the mouse.
Oh my god!
It's like a rub. It's almost like a charcoal etching. Like you just gotta rub the paper.
It kind of reminds me of the there's that old H3 video where that girl gets a new laptop, and like there's the local news reporting on this. The girl,
that one.
She gets a laptop,
Fuck, right?
Yeah, and she has to drop out of college because she can't figure out how to use Linux.
It's
they do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, she could install Windows, but she just drops out of college.
What the fuck?
She just drops out of college instead of getting.
Like she doesn't have money for a new computer. Because I guess that's the only possible solution. And, like, the local news people are covering it like Linux is this, like, hackerware or
evil.
Something. Yeah, they're like...
Evil, malicious software that fucks up your computer.
Don't most colleges have, like, computer labs that are open to, like, people?
Yeah, but I don't know when... Well, I mean, she had a laptop, and it was pretty much required for her classes, so you would think she would have access to computers in the library or something.
Yeah, I mean, but why wouldn't you just automatically just think, I'm going to get Windows because that's what everything fucking runs on?
No. She's so computer illiterate. She thinks she's done for.
Oh, my God.
She thinks she is doomed.
This is the only computer in the world. If I don't get this one to work, then nothing will. Fuck my life. Where's my shotgun?
I mean, I could see someone getting a Linux well, hold on. If you're dumb enough, I could see you getting a Linux computer and thinking it had to be that way. Like, for example, when I moved to my new apartment last summer, for like a month or two, I thought, my ice machine was broken in that I couldn't turn it off. Because to me, it's one of those with the handle that you flip up or flip down. And in the one test that I did, the results looked like putting it both ways just made ice come out anyway. So I thought I was done for, because, I'd have to go on a week-long business trip and the ice would just pile up and maybe break it or some shit. So literally for months, I thought like every week I had to take the ice pan out and, dump it in the sink and then put it back in. And I thought that for way too long. I thought it was broken for way too long until I actually tried again. And this time, gave it more time and actually saw that, when you hold it down, I think it doesn't make more ice.
Connor, I have to give you credit for being willing to tell that story.
That embarrassing fucking story.
Yeah.
But I can totally see how, if you're computer illiterate enough, you get a computer that has Linux on it and you think, you can't put anything else on.
Yeah, I guess.
Because, if you get a Mac, it's...
then you're an idiot.
You can put Windows on that, or it's hard as shit to do so. So I could see getting a Linux and thinking it's just like that.
Well, at least you wouldn't have a Mac.
Yeah.
True.
Wow.
God. Amazing.
Well, yeah, you got to be careful with old people and computers.
It kind of reminds me, actually, sorry, but it kind of reminds me of this old sort of commercial here in the Netherlands where there was this one point where I forget what this commercial was about, but one of the bits of the commercial was this really short clip of two people sitting in front of a computer and a voice telling them, move the mouse to the upper right corner of the screen, and the person in question lifts up the mouse and just jams on the screen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's because
and immediately a clip after that, somebody driving down the road with navigation system on, and the navigation system is turn right, and instead of taking the next right, they immediately turn the wheel.
Yeah.
And just drive off the road.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
You just drive right off the road.
It was pretty funny.
That sounds legendary, honestly.
Oh, I screwed that up. Too. Okay, there we go.
My favorite thing to do when someone's dropping me off back at my place is when you're driving down the road, you they're waiting for you to tell them where your turn is, and you just wait until you just look at a particular house and just watch it go by and go, yeah, that was my turn back there.
I lived over there.
That was back there.
Oh man,
and
awesome.
there it goes. And they're like, "Wait, what? You should have told me before." And I'm like, "Eh."
You told me to say
I swear, I do
when
that
we
all
got
the time
there.
with a friend of mine when he's driving me around just to fuck with him. We'll be driving by my place and everything, and I'll be waiting for the street to come past, and we'll go past, be like, "Yeah, that was it back there." Like, what do you mean it was that back there? It's like, you're driving. You should know where you're going. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Your job, not mine. Hashtag not my driver.
I'm not. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I'm just a passenger in your crazy trip towards wherever it is you're going.
I mean, you go wherever you're going, man.
I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, how long have we been going?
Oh, probably about an hour.
Do you wanna?
Do you
wanna read that story?
Oh, yeah, guys. So, for you today, for your listening pleasure or reading pleasure, I have a few choices. We could either do...
Your pleasure. All of it.
Yeah, these stories are ribbed for your pleasure.
Oh,
these stories exist for your pleasure. You specifically, not anyone else's.
Yes, you. You right there. Yes, you. Pointing at yourself. Yes. It's for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have either we could do the fill in the blanks, we could do Attack of the Anus Men, or Hitler.exe.
I vote fill in the blanks.
Well, of Hitler's anus.
Or Hitler.
Fill in the blanks of Hitler's anus.
Oh.
Oh.
God.
I have no opinion.
Man.
Of course you don't.
He'd probably be in
we
favor
already
of
saw.
that too.
We already kind of all saw the fill in the blanks one, so I think we should do Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steel
just
Donut,
so we
do
have
Hitler.
something.
Steel Donut and Nerve
We
Age
have
Network
something
do
to be
Hitler.
surprised.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's your title right there. That's
Oh,
my clickbait
Christ.
title right there.
Creepypasta reading. Gone sexual.
Yeah, this is kind of
Funny
long.
Yeah,
prank.
actually, this is really long.
This is really long.
How long is long? 'Cause I'm
Might
looking at it
not
just
be.
yet.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
separate.
Yeah, this is a bit very
Oh
long.
shit,
like-
that is long.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that is. We might want to do something else.
Fuck, that's a lot of Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mo.
I'm close.
Well, you know what they say: Mo Hitler, Mo problems.
Yeah.
Oh, if they had told me that back in the day, I wouldn't have gotten in the train. And then everybody dies because that joke was in such poor taste that I just shot myself. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with poor taste as long as you have a good hand.
oh my.
Ooh.
Okay, so we have. Actually, I have a list of other ones right here. That
Because your fic is on my list. Because your fic is on my list. Your fan.
Bill Paxton died.
I mean, you guys were doing the fill in the blanks one before, but I was kind of just,
Yeah, we can.
I wasn't really there.
Yeah,
for that,
we can
so
do that.
can go
I
through
wasn't
it
really
if
there
you
for that
want.
one either.
Okay, we have.
a bunch of dicks, and I got.
And I promise,
like-
I promise not to just do penis or dick every time.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, and if you're serious about that, yeah, I think it might be fun if like one person just does it MadLib style. Like we don't look at it, we don't know exactly which blank is being filled in, then we, read it afterwards.
Oh, I see.
Just try and
Yeah,
do a
just-
genuine MadLibs with it. I mean, it's kind of hard because I think they didn't put noun, adverb, adjective, but I think whoever fills in it can puzzle that out. If you want to do it that way, I mean, we don't have to. It might be more time consuming. I don't know. Just tossing out ideas.
Yell, are you typing?
I'm not typing.
I'm hearing typing from somewhere.
No, I'm not.
That might be me chewing.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Got breadsticks over here.
Hey, it keeps the casual atmosphere. For the record, I am actually typing something at the moment, but I'm multitasking.
Yeah, well, I think why don't we do
a little fill
why
in
don't
the
we do
blanks.
fill in the blanks?
Fill in a few blanks.
I'm up for filling in the blanks.
You guys want to fill in the blanks?
Let's fill in the blanks.
Let's fill in some
Sure,
blanks.
let's fill in the
Ah,
blanks.
you
fill in the
motherfuckers,
blanks.
you want to fill in the blanks? Okay, we can fill in the blanks. Yeah, I got some blanks right here for you, you motherfucker, you fucking Jew, motherfucker,
Yeah.
you.
So I assume you're probably gonna cut most of that out, so you could just lead right into this.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is NRN
let's see,
Unfiltered.
So now you can lead into that with something you say.
All right, so how are we going to do this?
Oh, I can. How about I'll read the Well, I don't know.
Maybe
I can just.
I mean,
I can
I'll-
write down the. I can write it down. Like write down the words you guys give, and then.
Yeah.
And then we can read it out at the end. So someone shout out a name.
Harold.
Main character's name.
Alright.
Harold.
Shout out to the purple crayon.
A job.
His name is pronounced Job. I know it doesn't have an E on the end, but gosh. Well, here I already gave one. So think about an amusing occupation.
Cotton candy vendor.
That's good.
Cotton
Wow.
candy.
I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not looking at the story until we get done with these.
Yeah. Then
A television show.
yeah, TV show. Yellow. Don't you look either.
I mean, I've seen the thing already. I'm
But I don't
sorry.
memorize it. I
Fuck.
memorize it.
Mark. TV show.
Fuck, Man versus Wild.
Awesome.
Versus Wild.
Okay. It's a good show.
Mr. Grills.
Oh boy.
That,
Okay.
the sun is shining. I'm out here alone. The only thing I can do is drink my own pee.
What else should you do on a beautiful
Okay.
day?
A fake title.
What? Like of what?
No idea. Like a fake title of an
I'd
episode.
say fake episode,
fake
like
title.
something that sounds like an episode title.
Scooey Diaddle Harry.
Scooey.
Yeah,
Diaddle Harry.
That's a reference to a fanfic we read where they misspelled suicide was Scooey Diaddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's SCUIDIEDAL. Scooey Diaddle.
Scooey Diaddle.
Scooey Diaddle.
Then another episode title that's more realistic.
More realistic. The Proposal.
The Proposal.
Ooh, swanky.
Not to be confused with The Proposal.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so then a noun.
Bus.
Bus.
Sure. Wow, I am not being very good at improv.
Yeah.
And a verb. A verb, like, it's a noun
Wanked.
verb with blank. So, like, noun verb
Kiss.
with noun.
Wanked.
Kiss.
Kiss.
I'd say kiss.
Okay, and then another noun.
Paper.
Paper. Okay, that isn't gonna make any sense.
Cheese.
But you're not gonna. Yeah. Well.
You're not giving us much.
That's the
Fucking
whole
cheese.
purpose of a Mad Lib. You're not supposed to know the context.
Yeah.
So, okay, another title, and this is the title of the Spoopy Pasta.
You're not supposed to tell us, man. It's got to be mysterious.
The murderous cheese.
The murderous
Yeah.
cheese.
That would be a really good episode title.
Yeah, I love the
For
murderous
Man vs. Wild.
Man versus Wild. The Murderous.
Just fucking Bear Grylls getting chased through the woods by a fucking slice of American cheese.
No, it's this cheese wheel that rolls after it.
And I'm just gonna
fucking
fill
Indiana
in the
Jones
next one
theme's
because yeah. All right, a
Are
person.
you gonna fill it in with dicks?
Yeah.
Because your dick is on my dick. Because your dick.
A person.
A person.
Gary Busey.
Oh man. There's another person.
Yeah, sure.
There's another person. I have just the thing for you, Bob.
You see? Yeah, sure.
Fucking
I mean,
Gary
I was gonna
Busey.
fill in the first person with Bear Grylls since this is Man vs. Wild, but
No,
let's-
not how it works.
God, can you imagine if it was Man vs. Wild hosted by Gary Busey?
okay, yeah. So then, what's the other person?
Subway Fogel.
Ooh,
Mr.
your boy Subway Fogel.
Jared Fogel. Connor's
Jared
Yeah.
Subway.
AKA the
Fogel.
guy that
Jared
AKA the guy that
Fogel.
Connor lives right next to, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I live pretty close to the penitentiary where Jared Fogel's held out.
Holy shit.
He seriously does.
We're hoping to get him for an interview.
Yeah.
No, we're
We're
not.
really not.
Yeah, get an interview with him and ask him how many footlongs he's had so
I'm
far.
actually-
Yella, hold on. Yella, are you looking at this story right now?
Yeah.
It's like
Look at the sentence that starts with suddenly. I don't know what that blank is supposed to be.
Let's see.
Mad Libs Detectives with Yella.
Oh, I think that word the word before the blank is supposed to end in apostrophe s.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Also, something you'll run into.
A thing-
Improper use of apostrophe.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
a thing the characters might have.
A shovel.
Beer.
Oh, beer is
Oh, I
better. Beer.
like beer.
I love
Beer.
That's
Delicious,
very good.
creamy beer. Pour me a Guinness.
Oh,
Showing what my priorities are.
Can
Okay,
I have some SpongeBob drinking some Pabst Blue Ribbon?
yeah.
I think
Okay, well,
it-
this
one
sentence.
has
I'll
to
just
be
say this.
adverb.
I'll just say this sentence because, like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
vague. It was blank.
It was gay.
So an adjective?
It was great.
guess.
It was fucked.
I got drunk when I
It
was
was-
6. They called me Guinness the Menace.
Yeah, it was spoopy.
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 That
We're in a
is.
spoopy pasta.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a spoopy
Oh.
pasta if there wasn't spoopy.
Okay.
You can fill another one.
okay.
We get another one of
another
those.
character.
No.
What?
This one is another adjective.
What do you mean?
Oh wait, yes. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Another character, or another person.
I've already done one, so I don't wanna.
John Galt.
John Galt.
Who's
nice
who is John Galt?
Yeah.
And one more
John
person.
Yeah, in case anyone knows that was a reference, I know who John Galt is.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
The who? Bill Nye?
Bill Nye.
Oh,
Bill.
You can't. You know what they say? You can't defy the Nye.
Yeah.
They also,
an
Can't
object.
stop me. My nigh is now.
Yeah, the end is nigh.
An object.
No. Nigh is also the beginning.
An object.
Dildo.
You won't sigh when you watch Bill Nye.
Bill Nye's massive scientific wiener.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah.
Enhanced by
boy.
science.
Nice, massive, scientific wiener.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Quote Adam Savage.
I didn't think you would actually
It's
do it.
scientific.
Okay, so I think.
Verb.
Yeah.
I think this is a verb.
One of my favorite ones, vomit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Pretty gross, but interesting
Nice.
things can happen when someone has to vomit.
And then
their Mad
this
Another-
one is another verb. Yeah.
yeah.
About chucked.
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 That's interesting.
He chucked some vomit at me.
Oh, a thing
Noun.
we might see. Just a noun.
Yeah.
A billboard.
Okay.
Like you see, like they're entirely a visual form of advertising.
Yeah.
We'll see
Okay.
them.
And an adjective.
Blank.
His flank
Oh.
was blank.
Nice.
Oh.
Uh,
That is scary.
Sticky.
Then another
I think that
adjective.
is- Yeah, another adjective.
Sticky.
Swole.
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 She's swole.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then a verb.
Dicked.
He's dicked. Like I did.
Oh, dick.
Dicked. Okay. Then
A person.
A person.
Actually, I know. I know a perfect person. Dame Merciless.
nice. Dame Merciless.
I'm not a perfect person.
I am, however, a starving person.
So
Please
and
feed me.
noun.
In the spirit of Dame Merciless, sandwich.
Car.
It's a judgment
Huh?
call. I said
Oh.
sandwich because of Dame Merciless. I actually really need to.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so then we've got This is interesting. I guess a thing someone might say.
Yeah.
Like, just a sentence?
Or just
I guess.
Maybe even a
Is
single
it like an
word.
exclamation? Like shucky darn?
No.
Or-
No.
It could
Shucky
be.
darn's a great
It could be.
exclamation. All right, someone come up with something because I feel like I'm hogging the spotlight.
You can't see me, my time is now.
Nice.
Can't.
I want to make sure that's the actual
Yeah,
quote.
that's what he says. You can't see me. My time is now.
Okay. And then just yell at what parts of speech are those? Because there's just 3 blanks in a row. It could be like noun,
I mean-
verb, noun.
Exclamation! Exclamation!
Yeah,
exclamation!
I think it could be like either person, noun, like the first and third blank could be either people or just objects, and the second one is should probably be a verb.
All right, so noun, verb, noun.
Yeah, noun, verb, noun.
Fuck me, Jerry.
Well, I just went. Yeah. Fuck you.
Okay. I'm gonna have to change that to Jerry. Fuck me. Fuck. Okay. So. Okay.
Body part.
body
I'd
part.
say this is body part.
Body part.
Oh god.
Appendix.
I'm gonna override you and
Ah.
say Wangamaroo.
Booyaka.
Almost came out of my nose.
Wangamaroo.
Oh, Wangamaroo came out of your
you're-
nose, Mark? You might want to
No, I
have
was,
that
I was drinking some
You might
coke.
wanna get that shit.
checked. You were snorting coke.
You're snorting coke and it came out of your nose? What?
Oh, it's opposite day.
What? No, you're supposed to breathe in, not out.
Hey man, this is my first time. Tony didn't tell me everything.
Tony?
Adjective.
He just called me a fucking little monkey and sent me home.
Adjective?
Hungry.
Ooh.
I'm still got Dame Merciless on the mind, sorry.
That's very good. Then. Oh, I guess this is a location.
Yeah, location.
Hell.
Africa. Oh, okay, yeah.
Hell?
It's scary.
Or
'cause It takes
Africa.
place in African hell.
African.
African hell.
The only
African
difference
hell.
there is that they can actually find Coney.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
They wish they couldn't though.
Yeah.
And then finally a noun.
Sandwich.
Pizza.
I'm getting hungry now.
Remember that donkey video pizza?
Sandwich.
Pizza
A
sandwich.
pizza
yeah.
sandwich. There we
Pizza
go.
dog.
We-
Pizza dog.
Hey,
All right.
hey, Connie, remember that donkey video pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I've got all the words. So if somebody else would like to read most of it, and then I'll just fill in the blanks when we get to them.
Oh god.
I'll.
I mean,
How about
nobody
Mark?
else
Since
wants
this
to.
is
Yeah, he's the
Mark's
host.
video, maybe
Yeah.
he should do it.
That's true. That's
Duh, if
true.
you guys want.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Okay, let me just find what I just. Did I close it out? What the fuck am I doing?
What are you doing?
what
my
have I
cat.
done with my life?
Please fix
Well,
yourself.
I've been fucking my cat for the last hour now, and I think I'm gonna stop because it really fucking hurts.
Oh.
Oh,
It's distracting.
Yeah.
God, have you guys ever seen that stupid ass Vine?
Well, I tend to avoid vines that contain bestiality, personally.
No, it was this
Yeah.
kid, this fucking like I guess he was probably like between 12 and 15. He's just like, I'm home alone, so I'm gonna go upstairs and fuck my cat. And then he comes out with another fucking Vine with a big ass like mark on his chest, just like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna stop fucking my cat because it really fucking hurts.
Nice.
That sounds
Okay.
like it would be a bit painful.
So whenever you guys are ready,
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We
Mom's
just
spaghetti.
filled in the we filled in the blanks, and they didn't know what it was, but I have the list right here. So, Mark, if you want to read,
This lost
and I
episode.
will fill in the blanks as we get to them.
Creepy lost episode.
okay. Okay, the Nerd Rage Network, Nerd Rage Narrations, and the Steel Donut Collective present Fill in the Blanks CreepyPasta Lost Episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
here we go. Hello, my name is...
Harold.
The-
I'm gonna try to make it spoopy.
Yeah.
The dots are the blanks.
You gotta be sort of like this. You gotta.
No, I think Bob did a good job.
Yeah, that's what he did.
You can nice and deep black.
Deep breath. Sorry.
The dots are the blanks. And I worked as a...
Cotton candy vendor.
at Nickelodeon Studios. I usually get to watch episodes days before they air.
I feel like you wouldn't if you were a cotton candy vendor.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like you shouldn't at least.
I'd be pretty grateful to the
No.
cotton candy
Well,
vendors.
he's just
Like, maybe they're like, hey.
Harold is just very buddy with
He's
everyone.
like, hey. They're like, hey, you wanna watch this episode of Ed, Ed and Eddie? Come on, watch it. Come on, brand new. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Tell us
I
what you
get
think.
Donut Cotton Candy every time I'm outside as a bribe. He lets me do whatever I want.
Yeah.
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 He lets me sit in the nice chair.
Once me and several coworkers got to... What fucking coworkers? You're a fucking cotton candy bun. Once me and several coworkers got to view a new episode of
Man vs. Wild.
The Nickelodeon classic.
Before it aired, usually there are comical titles to the episodes.
Yep, that's Man vs. Wild.
Like fucking Bear drinks his own pee, and then Bear drinks his own pee at home, and Bear drinks his own pee in his backyard.
Yeah, well.
Apparently that's all he does. But, sort of work-related chuckles.
Related.
Work-related.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at that beautiful
There are
spelling.
comical titles, sort of work related. What the fuck is this? Lovecraft? Related chuckles. Like titles would have a fake title like
Squee-Diatal Harry.
instead of
The Proposal.
when. When?
Did you say when?
Yeah, when.
The Bus.
With.
Kissed. With paper.
Alright.
So when we saw the title.
Was The Murderous Cheese.
Yeah, that's not humorous. That's scary.
The horror
No, but
episode
they're-
of Man vs. Wild.
But the response to seeing a title, The Murderous Cheese, is accurate.
We shrugged it off and
Yeah.
continued.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We shrugged it off and continued with the episode. It started with
Gary Busey.
talking to.
Jared Subway Fogel.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Why?
Hey, he's probably visiting somewhere near you. You could go meet Gary Busey, Connor.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the characters
Beers.
got hyper realistic.
They're beer.
Yeah.
Hyper-realistic
If you thought
beer.
Fogel was a bit of a pervert sober, you don't want to see him drunk.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh, geez.
Oh no.
It was
Spoopy.
then
John Galt.
killed
Bill Nye.
with a.
Bill Nye's massive scientific wiener.
He strangled him with his own dick.
That's brutal.
Oh, man. That's hardcore.
That's hardcore on multiple levels.
You see, the real creepypasta here is that we just killed Mark.
I'm gonna cut off your nuts and feed you with them.
With them?
With them.
Make little spoons
With
out
them,
of
not even the nuts themselves. No, I'm gonna use the nuts to put food in your
Stretch them out, stiffen them, and use them as chopsticks.
I can't feel my fucking legs.
Jeez.
Oh.
Oh my god!
What?
We've killed him. We've killed him.
God, this is actually gonna be a creepy
Oh
pasta.
god!
Yeah.
I thought it was a normal Nerd
died.
Rage network, but it turns out it was all wrong. I thought it was strange because there were these new
Yeah.
people, the
I
Steel
thought it was a
Donut.
normal podcast, but then. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I was so scared. I
lost my place. Vomited.
and one of the interns
Chucked.
out of the room.
They just chucked.
Threw himself out.
They didn't chuck anything. They just chucked.
He just picked himself up and he chucked himself out.
He
you should
grabbed
go
himself
chuck
by the back
yourself.
of his shirt and threw himself out the window.
Yeah.
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 Then a quick picture lasted one frame, so he had to rewind the tape where we saw a.
Billboard.
Yeah, because that's scary. It was.
Oh no.
Blank.
Subliminal advertising right there.
That's so scary.
Oh no.
Oh god, a blank billboard at Nickelodeon. We didn't pay our AdSense right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn
I
it.
knew we should have hired the Croatian guy.
Yeah.
Croatian bleeder, yeah.
It was so
Swole.
a swole big billboard.
Such a
What?
swole blank billboard.
It's a fucking just blank white billboard with giant ass Schwarzenegger arms on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was so swole. I
Dicked.
again
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
me.
I dicked.
Again.
You better dick
And we-
yourself.
What did we dick the first time?
It was
Probably
implied.
when we vomited.
It was implied. I got it.
It's implied dicking.
Implied dicking while vomiting.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a party. Fuck.
It happens to all
Man,
of us.
that Harold, he's having a blast.
A blast
Fuck,
from the
God
past.
damn it, Harold.
Oh my.
Again, and we continued with the episode. Then we heard screaming and
Dame Merciless
was holding a
car.
She's like, I can't eat this.
Yeah.
I can't eat this. What am I supposed to do with this?
She's strong enough to hold up the car, but she just wishes she had food.
Then a voice said,
You can't see me. My time is now.
and
Ghost of Cena.
Jerry fucked me.
Oh.
Those were the 3 blanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I think I died a little bit on the inside. Fuck.
I mean, Jerry fucked
Oh,
you, dude.
I like when John Cena showed up.
don't
Really
worry.
made the story
Don't
work.
worry. We'll also kill you on the outside.
I didn't even read the line right. The voice said, "You can't see me. My time is now."
Oh.
It's the brainchild, and I'm starting now.
Very spoopy.
And Jerry.
I like the part where Busey and Fogel were hanging out.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean,
plot-
Yeah, that was at
plot
the beginning
moves
of
very
the
quickly.
episode.
so I mean, Jerry fucked me, and he's talking about Fogel. So I mean, you know.
Jerry. Yeah, close enough.
Then the tape suddenly exploded, so that's why I can't show you the video. My friend,
Oh, okay.
my friend caused suicide later, and his note said,
He caused
"Yeah,
suicide.
he fucking caused
He
suicide."
made it happen.
Yeah.
He didn't commit it. He caused it.
And then his note said, "My
Wangamaroo.
was too."
Hungry.
Then,
Oh.
oh no.
His cock was too hungry.
Yeah.
Then I visited his.
African hell.
That's kind of racist.
Oh god. And then a
Pizza sandwich.
popped out. Pizza sandwiches are from African hell. Wow.
A pizzada sandwich.
Pizzada.
They are literally sinfully delicious.
Ooh.
Usually that's applied to chocolate, not pizza, but
Sinfully delicious African pizza
From hell.
pizza
From hell.
sandwich from hell.
Hot and ready.
cooked in Satan's oven. The hottest oven.
Yeah, the hottest oven in
Yeah.
existence.
All his food comes out burnt because it's so hot.
Oh my god. That was
You're not even putting it in the oven yet, and it's already burned.
That's why
that was the
Satan
most
is so
acidic
angry.
and euphoric thing I have ever felt.
Yeah. NP.
And that is the good feeling. The bad feeling is when you read shit that just makes you want to die.
Yeah.
But it's these small moments that you have to live for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these. Like Dame Merciless holding up a car and being like, "What do I do with this?"
Can you eat it?
What is this garbage?
Garbage.
What is this garbage?
Garbage.
What is this garbage? You have to consider she is an ultimate femme fatale, so she is definitely French.
Yeah, get out of here.
And then somebody killed Bill Nye with his own dick.
Yeah.
Poor Bill Nye.
Quite a way to go.
Just a reaction to that. Just like that hip breath. He stabbed it with his own. He strangled it with his own dick. That got me the most. I was not expecting that shit, and I just died.
The best surprises are the ones that
Yeah, it
kill
was
you.
just-
The best surprises are the ones you're not expecting.
Then I had to respawn for a little bit, and then I was good.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, your respawn timer, you really need to get some perks to make that less of a thing, because that took way too
Yeah.
long.
You know, if you die in the creepypasta, you die in real life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's just like the game, or high school.
Yeah, and then you wake up in the Troll Pasta Wiki with Jeff the Killer just wondering how the hell he still sees with no eyelids.
Always watches, no eyelids.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyways, is there anything else you'd like to do before we finish it?
No, I think this is about it. I think this is a pretty damn good episode.
Damn.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Where's that damn fourth
Get a
episode?
signature Dutch edgelord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, not yeah. Damn. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't talk.
Damn. What are words?
What is
How
love?
do words work?
Baby, don't.
Well, thanks for.
Don't hurt me, please. My life is enough pain as it is.
Damn.
Oh!
My existence is pain.
So, thanks for having us on the program on this very fine podcast. It was fun.
This MarkCast.
We had that stuff with the serious talk, and then we had the funny stuff.
I talked about
Godzilla.
I talked for like 10 minutes about an Italian art film.
Oh, God. Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Hey, no problem, man. You have a good one.
No problem.
And
I'm ending this like it's a phone call. You have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we probably said it. I think we said it at the beginning. We we recorded something with Mark. So if you liked this, then you can come over to our channel and check that out.
Yes, go check out
Hopefully, there'll be a link in the description.
Yes, go check out the Steel Donut Collective. Their link will be in the description. Their shit is fantastic.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I was about to tell you to check out Mark's stuff, but you're watching the video, so I assume you.
Yeah.
You watched this video through to the end,
Yeah.
so I
You're
assume that
here.
you're into
Look-
his stuff already.
And
Look at more of this guy.
And you know
Just
what?
do it.
We weren't even paid that much to say it.
That much.
Yeah, just a couple grand.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Couple
It's
grand.
truly a
Jeez.
piss.
Yes.
Not that.
Peace out.
Yeah, so watch my shit. Subscribe to me. I need your subscriptions, man. Come on.
Yeah. All right.
Leave a like. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time on the Nerd Rage Network.
Later.